The following two segments deal with the rights of mental patients. In the first segment, a patient rights advocate prepares a patient for the next day's commitment hearing to ensure that the patient's legal and civil rights are upheld and that the patient's view is considered and his concerns addressed. At the same time, their discussion is limited by the patient's symptoms, and the patient's full understanding of the upcoming procedure and of his rights is questionable. In the second segment, a patient's rights advocate goes still farther and raises the general notion that people have a right to hold false beliefs without being labeled and without being forced into treatment.
I'm not crazy.
Well,
I'm having some life problems.
There's going to be a hearing tomorrow to see whether or not there's any legal basis why you have to stay here.
I'm not crazy.
If it was up to you, would you like to leave the hospital tomorrow?
I'd like to leave the hospital tomorrow because I've got things I got to do.
Okay, well,
It's the first of the month and there's a lot of rent to be paid and all that.
Okay. I'll be representing you at the hearing, and I'll be trying to assist you in getting released.
Okay.
The way it works is first the doctor or the therapist will speak at the hearing and read from the record and say why they think you need to be here.
Okay.
And then when the doctor is finished, you'll have your chance to respond, and I'll also be speaking on your behalf.
Okay.
Then the hearing officer will make a decision about whether or not it's okay for you to leave.
Okay.
So what brought you into the hospital?
I turned myself in on a 5150 because I felt like killing myself.
Okay, so you came here voluntarily.
Mm-hmm. So I could stop from killing myself.
And what was going on that you felt like killing yourself?
It was 3 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't sleep. All the same thoughts kept racing through my mind over and over and over again. I just wanted them to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Then I thought, well, if I kill myself, I'll stop thinking. And I thought, well, that isn't too good of an idea either because you've got friends and people around you who love you. So I stopped that thought. And I said, well, who am I going to call? And I called up Ghostbusters. I mean, no, that came out wrong. It's a joke. I didn't call Ghostbusters. I called up Crisis Intervention Center and talked to them on the phone. They said there was nothing they could do for me for one night. So I wound up here by ambulance. Paid an ambulance to take me here.
Okay.
Because the Crisis Intervention couldn't do anything for me.
Have you ever made any suicide attempts?
Oh, yeah, I have. A couple of them when I was 19.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are you usually able to ask for help when you start feeling like that?
No, I was never able to ask for help before.
Okay, so this is a new thing.
This is a
You're
new
coming
thing
into
for
the
me.
hospital.
Yeah,
Okay.
the way I came in here is unlike any other way I've ever come into a hospital. Asking people to please help me so I do not kill myself.
That's all the questions I have for right now.
Can I go back in now? Yeah, I'm getting very uncomfortable out here. I think somebody might be trying to shoot me. Somebody might be trying to kill me.
They are run by and for the people that use the center. And when those people, when the people that use the service define what they want, it is much different than what the mental health system has in place. They cut it to 400.
Oh, too bad. I don't think that's fair.
What they're doing is I wanted to come back Saturday night because Mother's Day is Sunday.
Mental illness is, in my view, a fictional concept. It's a way of labeling another person in order to justify various psychiatric interventions that are imposed as a way of controlling that individual's life. If the freedom of thought is to mean anything at all, it should imply that people also have the right to hold false beliefs, false ideas, no matter how ridiculous they may appear. People should have the right to think exactly what they believe, and there shouldn't be any political interventions. There should be no way that the government has of intervening in the life of a human being unless that person violates the law. We're talking now about thought control.